Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Bean here, and today I'm coming at you with my statistics wrap-up for 2021. Now this hopefully, fingers crossed it actually works, this will hopefully be showing a bunch of graphs as well. I'm very excited if this works. If this doesn't, then there's going to be a lot of words up on the screen, and hopefully it'll work better than the last one I did that didn't really work much at all. In case you can't tell, I'm filming at a new place right now. This is actually at John's house because my house is covered in drywall dust right now because we're redoing a bunch of stuff. So don't worry, the books are safe. But I did not have time to clean it up before filming today. And so if you hear loud noises outside, it's because he does live in the city and on a slightly busier road. So that's a whole thing. And if you hear meowing, it's the cat. So, yes. I'm gonna hop right into it. Over the course of 2021, I managed to read 101 books. Now, this was not my full goal or my Goodreads goal, but it's what ended up working for me. And if you look at the chart or at the numbers as far as the months go, I think my best reading month was actually November and September were my two best reading months of this year. I read 12 books in each of those months, with February, April, and May being the worst reading months. I did go through there was some stuff going on at the beginning of the year, but I pulled through. It was some personal stuff going on. I don't want to get into that, but made it through, and now we're here. And yes, so I did manage to do all right, all things considered, in my opinion. As far as all of the pages, I ended up reading 30,008 pages this year as well, which is also really neat. I have never actually added up the number of pages I've read in a year, and I think it's really cool to actually do that. This did include the DNF books, though, so it's not technically the exact number of pages I've read, but it's about as close as I'm gonna get. As far as the format of the books, the majority of the books that I read, I do physically own, or did at one point own. It wasn't all of them, and I dare say I don't think it was even half. Okay, yeah, I wouldn't say it's really quite even half that I physically own, but it was the highest number of books that I read, the highest number of all the choices I physically owned. I will be starting to use my library a lot more, obviously, but also because my library, I don't know if you know things about libraries, but they require you to live in certain cities or counties in order to get a library card. Ironically enough, I cannot open a library card at the library I work at because I live in a different county, and while John and I are planning on moving next year, like 2023, I still probably won't live in that county, so we'll see. Right now he does, so I use his address for my library card. My librarian knows this. She thinks it's hilarious, so yes. I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing there, but I have checked out books, and I have already read 2 library books this year, so there you go. In 2022, I'm already doing better than I did last year. Yeah, what does that say? As far as book ratings go, honestly, I'm a little surprised. I rated the majority of them 5 stars, and that's kind of weird to me. But I do believe that it's also because I've kind of started to pick out the books that I know I'm going to like, and I'm picking those out rather than picking out some brand new ones. So I think a goal for 2022 is I would like to step out of my comfort zone. I did read a lot of Agatha Christie this year, and for the majority of it, I really like her stuff. So I know that's going to get a 4 or a 5-star rating because I always like her mysteries, and I have yet to predict what's going to happen in one. And I love that. That's one of the draws to reading her books. So, yes. I did think it was a little funny. I shouldn't say funny, but I do have, apparently I am biased towards female authors. I didn't realize this, but now that it has been pointed out to me, I'm gonna make an effort to read more male authors this year as well, because 69 to 25. Oopsies. So, yes. And then same thing goes for where the author is from. I did increase the number of books by authors from the UK or Ireland, but again, Agatha Christie has a big part in that because she is from the UK. But 61 of my books are written by American authors. Like, that's still a large percentage. And granted, I do live in the US, so those are the books that I tend to come across first, but kitty cat zoomies. But still, I'd like to make an effort to read things from other countries as well. As far as page counts, I'm not terribly surprised. I gave my total page count earlier. I did think that I would have read some longer books this year or last year, but apparently not as long as I thought they were all. I did average out around but in the 300s, so 300s for book length. But still not bad. I did read a majority adult books, which also surprised me. I did think that I was still reading more YA, but I actually read more adult books than I thought I did. And I honestly thought I read more middle grade too, but maybe I just didn't write those down correctly. I did manage to read more than 12 nonfiction this year. I read 14 nonfiction books, so that's pretty exciting. The majority of those actually being writing in true crime, which again doesn't surprise me because those have been my interest for quite a while. But I guess in the fiction section, I read more mystery than fantasy even. So that surprised me a little bit. But again, Agatha Christie is zoomies, kitty, zoomies. Yes, so I'm thinking that might be it. But then I also read like 8 contemporary novels. So solid, I guess. I don't know. Overall, I would have to say looking at my stats has helped me to kind of narrow down what I have read and what I would like to change into reading next year, or this year, I guess, technically, and what I would like to change. So it's been an adventure of a year. I would love to hear about your guys' years. I know this is a bit unorganized, but that's kind of my brand. So I would love to hear how your guys' year went. If you want to link videos or if you want to just comment down below, please do. I would love to talk to you. I'm trying to talk to you guys more. But yeah, that's what we got for you guys here today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, now is the perfect time to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below. We post videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and the occasional Sunday. And if you want to be reminded when we post these videos, please hit the little bell icon down below. Until next time, guys, stay safe, stay healthy, and keep reading. Bye!